We have to kill you anyways. Just get on your knees and just like bend over. Well, I mean, I didn't mean bend over, but you know, you guys catch my drift. Hello everybody, my name is EK and welcome back to some more old school RuneScape. So unfortunately, I am a bit sick, but you know, as they say, the show must go on. So today there will be no webcam because my eyes and my head cannot handle the bright lights. So the commentary might be a bit light today. I'll probably have a bit of a shorter video here as I just try and do like, you know, just the quest itself most likely. Anyway, let's just talk to Thomas Laurie over here who has the quest for us. It's the first quest in the list of Kourend here. It's the Queen of Thieves. So we say hello. Greetings, what can I do for you? So what are you doing here? I am conducting important business here for the Kourend Council. And can I help you with that? I suppose I could use some assistance. I'm here to investigate some unusual happenings in Port Piscarillius. What are you investigating? Port Piscarillius is home to various gangs. They're a nuisance, but up until now we haven't had much trouble in dealing with them. So what's the problem? A new gang calling themselves the Saviors of Kourend has recently formed. That's not surprising, as gangs come and go all the time, but this one is different. How so? The Saviors of Kourend have been absorbing many of the other gangs. Within a few weeks, they've already become the largest gang in Kourend, and more join them each day. The talk amongst the people is that it's all down to their leader, a mysterious figure known only as the Queen of Thieves. Nice name. Why doesn't the ruler of Port Piscarillius do something about this? Shauna Piscarillius is the ruler of Port Piscarillius, but she spends most of her time gallivanting around in that boat of hers rather than looking after her home. Fair enough. So, what do you need me for? Well, my original plan was to infiltrate the gang to get close to the Queen and capture her. However, I've been unable to make any progress. Apparently, I don't look the part. Yeah, not sure what it's all about. You clearly fit right in here. Quite right. They are quite insistent though, so someone else will need to give it a go. You look like you might be just the type they're after. What are you trying to say? That you look poor. I look poor? Sir, I will have you know that I am rocking mostly full rune. Which I guess in the grand scheme of things in RuneScape is rather poor, so you know, fair point, you are correct. Oh. Anyway, if you're up for the task, you'll need to infiltrate the Saviors of Kourend, find the Queen of Thieves, apprehend her, and bring her to me. So, do you think you can do it? Yes, absolutely. Excellent. The Saviors of Kourend must have their headquarters somewhere nearby. You should ask around town and see if anyone knows where they are. Good luck. Okay, thank you very much. So, I've agreed to assist Thomas Laurie in his hunt for the Saviors of Kourend and the mysterious leader, the Queen of Thieves. He suggested that I infiltrate the gang by finding their headquarters, which he believes is somewhere in Port Piscarillius. I might be able to learn more by talking to some Piscarillius citizens. Alright, let's do some talking then. Also, congratulations to Shane on completing Olaf's quest. Oh, this is the first NPC who, you know, does want to talk about the Saviors of Kourend. I've just been running around town for like 10 minutes or something now. Hey there, I'm looking for the Saviors of Kourend. Do you know where I can find them? Keep your voice down. You've no idea who might be listening. Oh, sorry, do you know where I can find them, no? No, I don't. I keep my distance from that lot. However, word on the street is that Robert O'Reilly has been working with them. Perhaps he could help you. He lives in the middle of town. Great, thanks for the help. Okay, so Robin O'Reilly? Middle of town. I mean, that's pretty much where I am, isn't it? So it's somewhere around here. Okay, here is Robert. Hello, I'm looking for the Saviors of Kourend, and I was hoping you could help me. Yeah, I can help you, but not for free. What's your price? It's been too long since I've eaten some proper food. All we get around here is fish. Bring me a nice stew, and I will help you out. Where am I going to get some stew? Buy some? Cook some? Doesn't matter to me. Very well, I will return when I have some stew. Doesn't matter what kind of stew, I guess it doesn't, right? So I spoke to Robert O'Reilly, who said that he would direct me to the Saviors of Kourend. However, he asked me to bring him some stew first. I should get some stew and then return to Robert O'Reilly. Okay, I think there is a bank Actually, there's a bank up there. Do I still have stew? I mean, it was meat, potatoes, and water, right? So I remember doing that for the rat quest with, Evil Dave. All right, I've made myself some stew. Now we go back to Robert, I think it was. Do you have my stew yet? I do indeed. Well, hand it over then. Okay. You give Robert O'Reilly some stew. Thanks. The saviors of Kourend make their home in a place called the Warrens. You'll find it in the sewers beneath us. Thanks for your help. I'll be on my way. So do I have to find a manhole or something to go through? I spoke to Robert O'Reilly, who informed me that the headquarters of the Saviors of Kourend can be found in an area of the Piscarillius sewers called the Warrens. I should enter the sewers and find the Warrens. Is there something on the map maybe that is a map transition? There is. Oh yeah, the Warrens over there. Well, that's easy. It is indeed a manhole. I was correct. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Whenever I enter sewers, guys, I just think of the Ninja Turtles. We also have a new music track here called What Happens Below. Oh, I can't pass this way. Okay, well, the other way we go then. Oh, there's actually just a little bridge here. Imagine having to live in the sewers, though. I mean, that must really stink. Quite literally. Okay, so we've got some people here. Let's just see if we can find the main guy, you know? This is Devon Rutter. This guy has an actual name, so I'm gonna assume Devon is the main guy. Hello, I'm looking for the Saviors of Kourend. Do you know where I could find them? Right here is where you'll find them. What business do you have with the Saviors? I was hoping I could join the gang. Join the gang? Do you think this is a game? I mean, yeah. We don't just let anyone join our gang. If you want in, you need to prove your worth. And how can I do that? Since our formation, many of the other gangs in Kourend have joined our cause. However, some still choose to resist. Our largest rivals are the Vipers and our leader, the Queen of Thieves. Let me finish. Our leader has had enough of the Vipers and wants to make an example of them. We need to send a message to the Vipers to let them know that their days are done. We'd like you to kill Conrad King, one of their senior members. The man has been a thorn in our side for far too long. Besides, his murderous ways make us look like the paragons of virtue in comparison. So you want me to kill someone? Yes. As in, kill them? Kill them? Yes. So like, kill them dead? Yes. Is this going to be a problem? Nope, sounds good to me. Good. You'll find Conrad King south of the Piscarillius food hall. News travels fast around here, so we'll know when the deed is done. Great. I'll be back soon. I wonder if I have another option, because obviously we don't want to just go kill someone for a group we're looking to join in order to infiltrate them, in order to deal with them. So I have discovered the headquarters of the Saviors of Kourend within the Warrens. However, I have been denied access by Devon Rutter. He said that he will grant me entry into the headquarters if I can prove my loyalty to the Saviors of Kourend by killing Conrad King, a rival gang member. I can find Conrad King south of the Piscarillius food hall. I mean, if he is as murderous as they say, then I guess it could be fine. Can we steal from this fish stall? Do I have the level for that? No, I need level 42. Okay. Oh, the Queen of Thieves is right here. Can I go in here and talk to her? I guess I can't right now, because I guess I'll be able to talk to her after I complete this step, and then we can ask her, you know, what her deal is. Did I sell anything cool? Oh, that was an achievement diary as well. Okay, cool. Nothing new. Okay, let me, I guess, head back upstairs. So I guess this is the food hall, because there's a food shop. Oh wait, that is the food hall over there. It's not that. That's where I guess the food is made and it's delivered over here. So I guess it must be somewhere in this area. Oh, there he is. Murder Conrad King. Let's examine him first. A shifty looking man. Does this guy deserve to die? I mean, that beard deserves to die, okay? If any of you guys have that beard, I'm sorry. And I'm looking in the camera right now, but you guys can't see me. How would you like to kill him? Brutally or softly? I wonder what softly implies. Will we just tell him like, hey dude, like we have this thing we have to do. We have to kill you anyways. Just get on your knees and just like bend over. Well, I mean, that didn't mean bend over, but you know, you guys catch my drift. Let's say softly. You realize that you can't really kill someone softly. You brutally murder him instead. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that's a quote. That's a quote for the years. Alright. He is dead. I have killed Conrad King. I should return to Devon Rutter in the Warrens and inform him of my success. And then they will let me in, and I can talk to the Queen. Alright, Devon, we have killed a man. Word on the streets is that Conrad King has met his maker. The Queen is impressed. You should head on in and speak to her. Alright. Let's go through the doorway. Here we go. You enter the tent. And let's talk to the Queen of Thieves. So, you are the one who's killed Conrad King. Not bad. But you don't look like much to me. You'd be surprised. No, I wouldn't. I've seen hundreds of fools like you, and you're all the same. I doubt you'll be sticking around here very long. And neither will you. On behalf of the Kourend Council, I am bringing you in. Wow. You truly are a complete and utter idiot. Allow me to enlighten you. While you may have been told that the saviors of Kourend are evil, the truth is quite the opposite. Before we came along, Kourend was filled with violent gangs who cared little for their victims. Let me guess, you're different. Shut up and let me speak. Yes, the saviors of Kourend are thieves. The saviors of Kourend are murderers. However, we do not randomly pick our targets. Everything we do has a purpose. Which is? The name isn't a joke. We are here to save Kourend, to save it from the corruption that has tainted this once great kingdom. We do that by taking from those who would lord themselves over the people. We remove their power and give it back to those who keep this kingdom alive. Yes, you call yourself a queen. Bit ironic, don't you think? The irony isn't lost on me. In truth, I didn't want to lead at all, but it fell to me because I'm the best at it. Being born a Piscarillius means that you have to be. Hang on, you're part of the Piscarillius family? I am the Piscarillius family. Of course, Lady Shauna Piscarillius couldn't well take charge of a gang, so I took on a different name, one that the rich and degenerate are already starting to fear. Okay, you've got my attention, but how do I know you're telling me the truth? You are clearly fairly new to Kourend, so you might not be fully aware of our current leadership situation. After the last king died, rulership should have been passed on to his daughter. However, she was declared mad. It was the king's closest advisors that made this declaration. They took over and became the Kourend Council. They've ruled the kingdom ever since. Now, the councillors are supposedly voted for by the people. However, the seats have been held by the same 4 people since the start. Pretty suspicious, don't you think? That does sound odd. Exactly. The council is clearly corrupt, and we intend to bring that to light. Councillor Hughes is our first target. We have reason to believe that she may be in league with the Disciples of Yama. Disciples of Yama? A cult of Zamorakians who supposedly serve a demon called Yama. They have been a problem for a while, but they haven't been deemed dangerous enough to be properly dealt with. Councillor Hughes' influence, no doubt. Anyway, go to her home and find proof of her corruption. If you find it, you will know I'm telling the truth. If you don't, well, don't pretend you care about breaking and entering anyway. Fine, I will give you the benefit of the doubt, but if you're wrong, I'm coming straight back here to apprehend you. I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Councillor Hughes' home is on the northern side of Kingstown. Even a fool like you should be able to find it. Don't worry, she is never in. Once you have the evidence, give it to that Laurie fellow. Provided he's not as useless as you, he'll make sure that she's dealt with. Now get lost. So she said the northern part of Kingstown. This doesn't appear to be houses, I think. It's part of like the castle area, so it's just this little area where supposedly we find some evidence. So one of these buildings, I guess. There's a chest that we can lockpick. You attempt to picklock the chest, you fail. Oh. Well, I mean, there was a a thieving requirement on it, wasn't there? There is, yes, 20 thieving. Okay. So we get a letter. Child of Yama, I have left the items you requested at the usual drop-off, courtesy of the Kourend treasury. It goes without saying, but I trust you will make our master aware of who is funding his return. Regards, Sophia Hughes. Okay, so we bring that back now. I stole an incriminating letter from the home of Councillor Hughes. I should give this to Thomas Laurie so that he can have her arrested. Okay, well, let's go back to Thomas then. Okay, we're back at Thomas. Hello. Greetings, what can I do for you? Let's talk about my quest. Very well, how goes things? I haven't had any luck finding the Queen of Thieves. However, I've come across this letter which you might find interesting. So we're gonna leave the part out where she tells us where to find it and we just immediately jump to this. Interesting. Thomas takes the letter. Blimey, forget the Queen of Thieves. If this letter is to be believed, Councillor Hughes is working with those vile disciples of Yama. I must report this to the council immediately. So what do you know of the disciples of Yama? They're a group of deranged cultists that worship some sort of demon. They are not a big threat compared to the Lizardmen, but they're still an enemy to Kourend. Guys, I haven't seen the Lizardmen yet, but I've seen them referenced twice now, I think. And I'm curious to see who and what they are. And Councillor Hughes is helping them? That's not good. Indeed, I must report this to the council immediately. So can I have a reward? You've done a great service to the people of Kourend. As I'm sure you know, there is no greater reward than the satisfaction of a job well done. Oh. Now be on your way, I have a lot of work to do. Wait, do we not get a reward? Oh, I guess the reward's going to be on Lady Piscarillius. I have completed my task for Lady Piscarillius. I should return to the warrant and let her know. Okay, I'll see you guys there. I hear Councillor Hughes has been arrested. Perhaps you are not totally useless after all. You know, you're really not a nice person. Oh, give me a break. You think I care what you think. Anyway, I guess this is the part where you expect a reward. Well, I wouldn't complain. Fine. As much as I hate to admit it, you've done all right. The arrest of Councillor Hughes can only mean good things for Kourend and her people. This is only the beginning though. There's much work to still be done. I may well call on your help again, or maybe I won't. Who knows? Now, take these and go. Alright. The Queen of Thieves has been wrapped up. Beautiful. That was a nice and short quest, which my current state of being is very, very happy about. So we're awarded 1 quest point, 2k coins, 2k thieving experience, and a memoir page. And she says, why are you still here? So we can hear more about her plans. I guess I'll go through it real quick. You know what? I can manage this. So about herself. If this is an attempt to make friends, then you're wasting your time. Fine. I was born into the Piscarillius family as the only child of Lord Dalton Piscarillius. After my fool of a father got himself killed on a fishing trip, leadership fell to me. My father never cared about anyone. He was far more interested in increasing his own wealth at the cost of his people. Once I took over, I vowed to fight for them, in a way he never did. Despite my best efforts, the Kourend Council in all their corruption never cared to help me return my home to glory. In the end, I gave up, or at least they thought I did. To the people of Kourend, it appeared that I had followed in my father's gluttonous footsteps. However, I instead came here and began a new fight, one where I made the rules. What else do you want? So, tell me about the Saviors of Kourend. That's stuff we've read before. For many years, I used my position to fight against the crime and corruption in this kingdom, but no matter what I did, it was never enough. I realized that to defeat my enemies, I needed to act as they do. That's why I formed the Saviors of Kourend. We take the laws into our own hands and fight against all who would damage this kingdom, no matter who they are. What about Port Piscarillius? You've been here how long? You should know what we do by now. Port Piscarillius is home to Kourend's fishermen and traders. We are the first port of call for any visitors to Kourend, which means Port Piscarillius is home to a wide variety of individuals. All people and goods coming to or from Kourend go through Port Piscarillius. This unfortunately means that we are a center point for the minority of crime within the kingdom. For many years, I appealed to the Kourend Council for help in fighting this crime, but they cared little for us. Instead, I decided to beat them at their own game and fight fire with fire. And finally, tell me about your plans. No. Okay, well, she doesn't want to do that. That makes perfect sense. Okay, thank you very much. So, thieving level 31. Beautiful. You can now enter the second room of the Jal Safra tombs in Sophanem. No idea where or what that is. But hey, that is today's video wrapped up. Thank you so much for watching. Well, I believe it's going to be a fairly short one. Sorry if it was a little bit low energy, guys. You know, I was contemplating whether I wanted to record in the first place today, and you know, I really wanted to make sure that I could keep the pace up with the videos. I don't want to have like downtime when it doesn't need to be downtime. So if it's a bit low energy today, then my apologies. Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time where hopefully I'll be properly recovered. So see you then. Bye bye.